Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. It's your old mate here, ready to give you the inside line on the week ahead. We're looking at the fishing forecast for the United Kingdom for the period from the 8th to the 14th of December 2025. And let me tell you, this is a proper winter week. We've got changing pressure, a bit of rain, and fish that are going to be tightly shoaled up. This isn't a week for just turning up and hoping for the best. It's a week for thinking like a hunter, and if you listen closely, I'm going to tell you exactly how to find them and, more importantly, how to catch them. This week, we'll separate the opportunists from the experts and aim here to make sure you're in the second group. So grab a brew, sit back, and let's get into it. First up, let's talk about our prime targets for this time of year, the big predators and the ever-reliable chub. Let's start with the pike. In these cold conditions, my friends, pike are looking for one thing, an easy meal. They won't be chasing far, so you need to put your bait right on their nose. Look for them in the deeper, slower sections of rivers and in still waters. Focus on features like drop-offs or submerged trees where prey fish are hiding. Don't waste your time in the shallow, fast-flowing water. Water clarity will be mixed with the rain we're expecting, so a lure with a bit of flash or vibration can be a winner. Slow-sinking swim baits or a jerkbait worked with long pauses could be dynamite. But my number one recommendation for this week is a classic deadbait, either on a float rig, if the wind isn't too bad, or ledgered, tight to cover. Pike are conserving energy, and a static, smelly fish is a dinner bell they can't ignore. Next, let's talk about perch. The big sergeants will be shoaled up, often in the same areas as the pike. If you find a shoal of perch, you can have a fantastic session. The key is a delicate presentation. Drop shotting is made for this kind of fishing. A small, 3-inch lure in a natural color, twitched ever so slightly right on the bottom, can be irresistible. Another killer tactic, especially on canals and drains, is using chopped worm. Feed a small amount of finely chopped worm with a few red maggots via a bait dropper and fish a single worm head on the hook. Perch simply cannot resist it. Remember to be quiet on the bank. Winter perch can be spooky, despite their aggressive nature. And finally, the fish that saves many a winter, the mighty chub. Chub are true survivors and will feed in conditions that put other fish down. With the rain we're expecting, the rivers will have a bit of extra water and color, which is perfect for chub fishing. They will move into slack water, away from the main flow to conserve energy. Look for them in crease lines, behind fallen trees, or in deeper bends. My top bait, without a doubt, will be a big, smelly piece of cheesepaste. The color in the water means they'll be relying on their sense of smell, and cheesepaste sends out a scent trail they can home in on. Another fantastic option is classic bread flake, fished on a link ledger. It's a visual bait that stands out and has accounted for more big winter chub than I can count. Don't stay in one spot for too long. Give a swim 20 to 30 minutes, and if you don't get a bite, move on. Now let's break down the conditions that are driving these tactics. This week is all about an unsettled Atlantic weather pattern. We're looking at generally low and fluctuating atmospheric pressure, which can really switch the fish on and off. The air temperatures will be hovering around 5 to 8 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to maybe 1 to 3 degrees at night. This means the water temperature will be cold, likely somewhere between 4 and 7 degrees. In this cold water, the fish's metabolism is slow, which is why a big, easy meal is often more effective than lots of small bait. We're also expecting quite a bit of rain, especially early in the week, which will add some color to the rivers and can trigger the chub to feed. The wind will be a factor, mainly coming from the southwest, so find a sheltered bank if you can, not just for your own comfort, but because the prey fish will often congregate there and the predators will follow. In terms of the moon, we are in a waning phase all week. We start with a waning gibbous, moving into the third quarter on Thursday the 11th. Many old-timers believe that fishing can be tougher during a waning moon, especially for predators, as they supposedly feed more actively during the darker nights. So, my advice is to make the most of the low-light periods of dawn and dusk, as these are likely to be your prime bite times. All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Here is my day-by-day forecast for the week. On Monday, the 8th of December, I'm rating the fishing as average. We have low pressure and a good chance of rain. Air temperature will be around 6 degrees. This is a classic chub day on the rivers. That extra bit of color in the water will get them confident. For predators, it might be a bit slow to start. Tuesday, the 9th of December, looks good. The pressure is set to drop further and we'll see more persistent rain. The temperature will rise slightly to 8 degrees. This drop in pressure could trigger a feeding spell for pike and perch ahead of the weather front. Get the deadbaits out and be ready. On Wednesday, the 10th of December, the forecast is average again. The rain will ease and the pressure will start to slowly rise. The temperature will be around 6 degrees. This can be a tricky day as the fish adjust, but perseverance in those classic chub and perch spots should produce a fish or two. Thursday, the 11th of December, is the day of the third quarter moon, and I'm calling it tricky but rewarding. The pressure is still rising, and it'll be a bit cooler, around 6 degrees. High pressure in winter can make for tough fishing. You'll need to scale down your tackle and be patient. A single maggot for roach or a tiny lure for perch might save the day. Friday, the 12th of December, looks weak. The temperature drops to its lowest point of the week, maybe 4 degrees under clearer skies. High pressure and cold, clear water is a tough combination. Focus on the last hour of daylight. It will be your best chance for a bite. Saturday, the 13th of December, IM rating as average. We see a return to cloudier, slightly warmer conditions at around 3 degrees. The change from the cold, bright day before might just encourage a few fish to feed. It's a great day to go exploring with a roving approach for chub. Finally, Sunday, the 14th of December, looks good. The pressure is forecast to dip again with a chance of rain and temperatures around 3 degrees Celsius. This return to unsettled weather is just what we need. It's a fantastic day to target pike. They will be on the hunt before the next weather system moves in. Be on the water at dawn if you can. So there you have it, my friends. It's a week of classic winter fishing with plenty of opportunities if you approach it correctly. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the very best of luck if you get out on the bank. Get out there, stay warm, and have a fantastic time. As always, ni chwosta, ni cheshui, tight lines. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and please drop me a comment below. I want to hear your plans for the week. Are you targeting pike, perch, or chub? Let me know your thoughts. See you next time.